Hello everyone, I am the Plane Shifter phasing to the universe of Final Fantasy XIV. And he is Lahee Eshkree. And we've got new clothes. We're looking snazzy. Now, Minfilia had a mission. For us. You really don't want to see anything else, don't. So we're gonna check that out. A hero in the making. Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Might have something to do with your newfound fame? Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you've traveled the realm, aiding those in need without a thought of reward, confirming to Stola that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us that you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have quests, Lahee. Or rather, you have guests. Me? Beg pardons? Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am giving to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Town have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Lahee, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. I'm not looking to get married to anybody right now. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidenced after high regard for you. Oh boy. I find myself wondering how of Lahee deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Your reputation precedes you, Master Eshkree. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge victor. The Order of the Twin Order has a need for valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure is to finally meet you, Master Eshkree. Our comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Uda. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend? As do many others in Linsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the great vessel of Limsalaminsa to the shores of glory. I'm a bit overwhelmed. Lady Minfilia? Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in time of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstroms of Limsalaminsa, the Order of Twin Order of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a grand company means serving the nation of which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the grand companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day needs not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I consider that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold a remembrance service. Oh yes, I was the one with the letters. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What do you say, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, Lahee, hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. Let Lahee hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it's not the only benefit. You are possessors of great power, Lahee, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you well, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of you in the days ahead. The Grand Company seeks to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at times. It will allow you to stay in touch, regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Lahee, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what tomorrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as of where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Alright. With the power you possess, there will be those who wish you well, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. The elder Sitzir speaks only truth, and her words have the power to touch the soul. At the sound of her voice, all fall silent and attend her. The Flame General is a passionate man, and his words never fail to light a fire in the belly of those who listen. I am sure you'll be no exception. Very well. When the Admiral speaks, even pirates listen, and that's no small thing. She is a born leader, and the kind one would gladly follow to the seven hell. Very interesting. They do seem very passionate about their leaders, which is a good signal. And they are actually their servants, aren't they? Yeah, of course they would speak well of the ones they want me to join. You don't need to be lying though, but I guess I can check for myself. Let's do exactly that. The idea of attending those addresses is very good. He is very good. I'm sorry about the attention you're getting here, Lahee. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania Grand Company, the Order of Twin Ardor, will hold the first of 3 services, and Elder Sitzir Sena will deliver her address at the Miketo Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to organizational challenges involving assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there is not much that we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port. So there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port call. Next, you need to go to Ul'dah, where the Flame General Alban al-Din will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored that there is to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Lim Salamensa, where Milestone Chief Admiral Mary Bluffiswen will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift Identify yourself to the sentry Zentel, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you'll find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the scheduling may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell! AKA go wherever you want first, it doesn't matter. I should have put the water in my water filter earlier. I keep forgetting and paying the price of having no water. Very well. So, Miketo Amphitheater first, huh? Why not? My world map is incomplete. Oh, this is shrouded. Interesting. Well, here we go. This is bursting with activity. What are these decorations? Did you know the rose also symbolizes passion, and with the feared potions I pass as an emissary of love. I shall do my utmost to solve everyone's dilemmas in romance. Is something going on here? As the very symbol of love, the rose is a regular fixture of Romance literature. Truly, no flower is better suited to fostering ardor and the affection during Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Did they choose to address the people with that Remembrance Day at the same time of the festival? Hey, we might take a break. Well, while the thing we came here for doesn't begin, why don't we check it out? For this year's Valentine's Day, we have roses, roses, and more roses. Please enjoy the festivities to the fullest, and preferably with your special someone. Well, I don't have any special someone. Not at this point. I promise you a rose garden. Astrid has need of an adventure to resolve a quandary in love. This quest is available for a limited time only. Yes, we're doing this at the same time that Valentine's Day festival is going on, and it's kind of a silly coincidence. I'm loving it. We're going all the way with this. Greetings, good sir. I am Astrid Valentiani, emissary of ardor and affection. My fellows and I have come to help folks convey the depths of their hearts to a special someone in this Valentian Day. Begging your pardons, but you are an adventurer of some experience, are you not? If so, I would dearly appreciate your aid. Permit me to explain the situation. For this year's event, we are providing people with bouquets of roses to help them make their feelings known. But as it happens, the botanist who is kindly providing us with flowers, a man named Laurovec, appears to be having difficulties of his own in love. As emissaries, you should like nothing more than to assist him, but we're given to understand the situation is complicated. That being the case, might I trouble you to act in my stead? Well, leave it to me, I guess. We are in your debt. Without further ado, please seek out Laurovec and lend an ear to his woes. He's like to be at the Great Serpent Growery. This year's festivity wouldn't be possible without Laurovic's lovely roses. Do what you can for him, won't you? Laurovic's like to be at the Great Serpent Growery. Please seek him out and lend him an ear to his woes. When I took upon the mantle of an adventurer, I did not expect to become Cupid or whatever. Well, nothing to it. We have nothing to do until the address begins, so... let's keep going. Laurovec, I presume? Oh, Sujani, my love, where have you gotten to? Forgive me, I didn't notice you. Is there something you require? I have been led to understand you are providing flowers, but having troubles of your own. Miss Astrid sent you to assist me, you say? That's very kind of you both. You see, there is someone I desperately wish to find. Please elaborate. Allow me to begin from the beginning. A few years ago, an Ishigarian botanist arrived here in Gridania. Eugenie was her name, and in part due to our shared fondness of roses, we struck up a friendship that blossomed into love. The months that followed were the most wonderful of my life, filled with unforgettable days. But then one day she disappeared without a word. The weather is being very fitting. Leaving behind only the seeds of a rare variety of rose. The flowers being given out to this Valentine's Day are grown from these very seeds. It was my hope that the word of them would reach her, and then she might be compelled to return to me. And as if in answer to my prayers, who should I spot in the crowd just now but her? She wore the rose earring I gifted her, so there's no mistaking it. Alas, as I made my frantic way towards her, she vanished amidst the throng. Please help me look for her, I beg you. You can count on me. I'm in your debt. Now, Eugenie is an Elysian maiden with silver hair. You want to keep an eye out for someone of that description, who has the earring I mentioned. You could search near Miketo Amphitheater. I will do the same in the Ebony Stalls. Afterwards, let us meet before you fineries. May the spinner lead us to Eugenie. What do you know? I am playing Cuphead. Well, back to the amphitheater. Let's see if we find someone of that description. That should actually be quite hard. Wait a second. Elysian maiden, silver hair. Earring. Hello. May I help you? Do you know by chance a man named Lauravec? That he should go to Sean's lengths to find me. I love him still, I truly do, but I'm too ashamed to meet him. I just wish to see the roses that lovers are giving one another. Please, tell Lauravec that he should look for me no more. That he should forget me. Lady, that won't do. Lady. Okay, things are more complicated than I expected. I thought this would be a fun distraction while I wait for the address, but no. Now I'm knees deep in some love problems of some people I don't even know. Okay. I'm afraid to say I had no luck. There, I hope we were able to learn something. I have bad news and bad news. Which bad news do you want first? What? Forget her? She cannot ask me to do such things. Pray excuse me my interruption. I am Sir Tito One, a knight of House Highland Art. Do I have the pleasure of addressing the botanist Laurovec? The roses being distributed during the current festivities. May I ask where you acquired them? Those? Why, I grew them from the seeds given to me by my love, Eugenie. So it is indeed the Drian coin, the rose permitted to be grown by none save our house. To think that she would bring it to a foreign nation. You know Eugenie? She tended House Highland's rose gardens until a few years ago, when she vanished without a trace. Our house takes the rose for symbol, and the Drian coin is the foremost of all the species. Eugenie had care of them on account of her skills. But when Cortus froze over in the calamity's wake, every last plant withered away. It was believed that she fled out of shame. When she entrusted me with the seeds, she made no mention of their importance. Why did she give them to me? This is such a shock. Indeed, never did I imagine that the rose would end up not only surviving in a foreign land, but thriving. So the reason you seek Eugenie is in order to bring her to account? While she has violated our laws, she has saved the Drian coin from extinction. As such, I doubt she would face much of a punishment, if any. Nevertheless, my duty is to ascertain the truth of the matter. In that case, will you not allow me to search with you? Though Eugenie bade me not to do so, I cannot bear to do nothing. Mayhap we can have her come to us instead, by devising a rumor that would draw her attention. Let us try it. As much as it chafes me to deceive her, I will do what I must to see her again. Then the question is what manner of rumor to employ. Have you any thoughts? Laurovic has been apprehended by Ishigarian Knight. Laurovic is to duo an Ishigarian Knight. Nothing comes to mind. Let's make it romantic. Laurovic is to duo an Ishigarian Knight. You wouldn't actually fight, of course. I can't wield anything save a botanist's toes. On the assumption that Eugenie is aware of your limits, I dare say she would come out of worry for your safety. We needn't go so far as to cross swords. Yes, that may well work. As for the location, I believe the Great Lawn Growery would be as suitable a place as any. Then it's settled. Let us split up and recruit some citizens to our cause. And lest we cause undue commotion, be sure to clarify it is but a ruse. Understood. We'll meet again at the growery. You know what? Never mind my complaints. This is getting interesting. What? The botanist will do an Ishigarian Knight at the Great Lawn Growery? Don't tell me they're fighting over you. I wish, but no. Oh, it's just a ruse to find his sweetheart. Well then, consider us part of it. When it comes to endeavors of love, we have to help one another. I really want to know how this is gonna end now. I even forgot I could just teleport. Larovic wishes to be reunited with his love, you say? It would be too tragic if they couldn't be together. You may count on us to spread this rumor far and wide. Where is this chatty shack? So you want this rumor to reach the woman with a rose earring? Very well, we shall help. Those roses brought my love and I together. This would be a fine chance to give it back. I should be glad to tell you other customers as well in the spirit of the occasion. Should it happen to win me Ludovic's favor and lead to a better deal with the guild of for the blossoms we use in our popular rose tea? Well, who am I to argue? I mean, you do you. There you are. I was able to recruit a good number of citizens to spread the word. Me too, and I think the citizens recruited more citizens. I'm truly grateful for your help, Lahee, but I'm beginning to worry that Eugenie won't come. She must, or else I would have suffered through all of your lovesick rumbling for naught. What? But I was merely expressing the wonders of true love. One day someone doesn't exist in your life. The next, you cannot imagine your life without them. Enough of that, enough. Sir Title, please wait. Lauric stands no chance against you. Do not hurt him, I beg you. This field relates to you, does it not? Please help me stop it. Oh, Sir Jenny, at long last, I've found you. Hear me, my love. Sir Title means me no harm, I assure you. I'm sorry for causing you alarm, but I couldn't bear the thought of never seeing you again, and so I spread false rumor with the help of Lahee and Sir Title. I have heard all about the Trian coin. Will you not let me tell you why you not tell me why you entrusted me with these seeds and left? Please believe me when I say it was for the sake of the Drian coin. The rose wasn't made for the extreme cold that had overtaken Cortes. Believing the conditions to be ideal in the Black Shroud, I brought the seeds here, where I met you. But not only did I fail in my duty to my house, I violated its rules as well. I have no right to be happy. That is why I chose to entrust you with the seeds before disappearing. It was an unkind thing I did to you, and I'm truly sorry. When I heard that the roses would be handed out during Valentine's Day, I couldn't help but come and see for myself, though I knew that I couldn't stay. I was Eugenie to think that you carried such a burden. But whatever you may have done, you have every right to be happy. It's thanks to you that the Drian coin now adorns the city, bringing happiness to all. You are a brilliant botanist, and the guild would certainly welcome you as a member. Will you not do the honor of growing roses beside me, my love? It is true you violated the rules of House Highlandart, yet you did so with a noble intent, and your action saved our most precious rose from extinction. In recognition of this, I will speak in your defense, and I will make a recommendation to your house that we officially entrust the growing of the Drian coin to the Botanist Guild. Laudavec. Unworthy though I may be, I would gladly grow roses beside you for all my days. All is well that ends well. Mayhap you would like to say a few words to the happy couple? Go on, after the happy couple, a few words. You know, when I saw an Guardian noble, I thought the worst was about to happen. Thank you for lending Laudavec your aid. Lahee, Sir Title, and Eugenie and I are reunited, and it's thanks to the two of you. We shall go on and share happy tidings with Miss Astrid. My task is done, so I shall return to Ishgard, with my own happy tidings that the Drian coin blooms once more. In due course, our house will send a representative to make arrangements regarding the care of the rose. Till next time, my young botanist, I bid you farewell. Will you not come with us to the amphitheater, Lahee? I'm certain Miss Astrid will wish to see you too. What a romantic outfit. Okay, technical issue here. Sounds. Okay. That is still playing the song. That's not good. Well, we just need to risk it because whatever. Let's hope they're not playing anything copyrighted. I will forever cherish the bucket Ludovic gave me, and I will never forget this day. Oh, to walk with Sujin at my side again. If this is a dream, then may I never wake up. We've had the start of Ludovic and Sujin. How amazing that you could help them find each other again. It inspires me to redouble my efforts. I shall continue striving to become an emissary who can resolve all manner of quandaries of the heart. Welcome back, Lahee. Ludovic and Sujin have told me all. On behalf of the emissaries, I thank you for helping them find one and another again. You couldn't have sent a better adventurer to my aid. We're in your debt as well, Miss Astrid. I must say, it is truly a felicitous day. The Dream Coin should reunite the people who grew them. They are a wonderful token of one love, and should you have a special someone in your heart, Lahee, I urge you to present them with a bouquet as well. I have learned the emote bouquet. Okay. It's a bouquet, and I wrote it wrong. Is it a special one that holds it like this? Yes, it just holds the pose. Cool. House of Wellington Butler. Good eve to you, adventurer, and may the flowers of blossom in your heart. If you should desire to learn more of Wellington's Day festivities, please do not hesitate to ask. I shall be only eager to share with you everything I know. There's a whole lot of lore about this event that I'm not gonna go through. These are items from previous events, from the previous event. Okay. I'm dilly-dallying a lot. Well, that was an interesting diversion, but now I guess they are getting ready to give the address. And I'm curious what will happen with decorations.
I lost my son to the calamity. The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
What a shifting tone.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
Boy, what happened with that boy face? It just...
"5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals!
Is this a quote?
If you'll permit me, Alfino, and my
Lahee.
sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at last. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the same the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it's broken. The Heavensward was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet, how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them? Huh, I think they remember me from that little incursion at Charlian. Interesting. Anyway. Wow, they work fast with those decorations. It's so weird that they decide to hold that remembrance thing right in the middle of the Loud Festival. Well, they might be strapped for time and didn't want to ruin everyone's fun. At least not too much. I am but a novice in the garden, but this plain Ludovic is exceptional at his craft. Above all, however, he loves what he does. His roses are the most beautiful specimens, and utterly without flaw. He must care for them as though they were his children. That heart defense. He went to the Botanist Guild and picked the flowers himself for his bouquet for me. Not that I'm impressed, mind you, I would have been perfectly happy with anything he might have offered, is what I wish to say. These are characters from a previous event. Let me away. A bunch of people here might be wanting their... There'll probably be a few people here that will want a room or something. Or we'll tell them to go to a room. They look like that Bundox character. I wonder if that's intentional, because if it is, that's pretty good. I guess I'm gonna take the airship to Uda. Should be cheaper than teleporting. Alright. Let's take the travel to process what we learned. So Britannia is struggling with the Empire and the Ixal. And they really like their elementals. What the heck are they? We're connected to the forest too. And to win other. Choose serpents. Oop. A noble serpent. Who knows? Well, let's not be harsh. We just heard the address of one of the city-states. If you're asking me to... I wasn't asking. Oh, to hells with what? To hells with them. Woodens really like to gossip. So, Raupen, I believe, is the one responsible here.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Rauban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raubon?
That sounds like trickle-down economics.
Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
You are by fire reborn? Hey.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
I mean, we are doing the same pilgrimage. The Udans have a long story of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of these days, I think you have encountered them. I have a face-to-face with Ifrits, but the Udans do not shy from confrontations. If Alp threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far? He's smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet since these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will never be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do, the Udans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It's a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Well, I don't know. Too much line my pockets with gold for my tastes. Well, we did have a taste of the Amauja and their primal. Gotta say, this is big trouble. Well, and now to the place where it all began. Lemsa Lamensa. Huh? Let's hear what Marib has to say. Here to attend the Remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. Let's do this.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
So the ship is a ship? I would
When the
never thought of it.
Guardian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
You said that already. As if you didn't expect that by this point. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsalamins is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worships of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Guardians have also chosen to erect fortresses right in the Lominsan backyard. As that is to say, not of the internal strife, as a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Guardians whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes, Mark my word, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? Lahee, this is Mephilia. You are well, I hope? Would I be correct thinking that the final Remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted we are to have them here at the Waking Sands. It would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Mephilia, the phrase is pray return to the Waking Sands. I'll be right there. But first, I need a quiet place to collect my thoughts. Well, let's see. They all got problems with the Guardians. They all got their own set of beast tribes and their own set of primals. The twin other tells the other CC speaks too much of sanctity and purity, which doesn't sit that well on me. Sounds like a freaking cult, and have no clue what the heck those elementals are that they worship, so I really need more information on Gridania if I am to actually trust what they have for me. The Udans, well, same deal, and they really like their coin, it seems. I gotta say, I was not roused by Rauben's speech as much as I was by the Admiral myriad. Not only that, the Sahagin, they worship the serpent primal Leviathan. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I've been here for a while now. I understand these people a little better than the others as well. Well, Marweb, your discourse was the most rousing. I have a better chance of finding Leviathan if I stick with you, I guess. And I need to make sure that they are or are not the serpent I'm looking for. Yes. Despite the Gridanians calling their Grand Company twin others, they have nothing to do with others at the end of the day. I have made my decision. Hello, Tataru. Some people let flames fall to their heads, but I believe that yours will remain in proportion and firmly attached to your body. Well, I hope so too. The destruction that visited this land cannot be attributed to the forces of the Empire alone. Worm of midnight, of breath infernal, for some a legend made flesh, for others an insidious symbol of memory lost. We grasp but a piece of this puzzle, much and more must we question and contemplate ere the falling moon revealed its myriad of secrets. I have heard word of your deeds. I am sparing my praise. I am sparing my praise, so know that you have truly impressed me. Be that as it may, it is fortunate that Tancred arrived when he did. Had he been but a moment later, I shudder to think what may have transpired. Yeah, I still don't quite trust him, to be honest. I must confess, I do rather miss the obnoxious Mikota's company. Abba is taking part in a joint operation with the Immortal Flames. I imagine he's having the time of his life right now. An experienced warrior like Abba won't die so easily. He is strong, fast, cunning. He'll come back safe. Here he's helping. Everything looks to be in order. Right on to the next customer. Safe travels. Oh, hello again, laddie. Meet Perseverance. We was thick as thieves in the old days. Lest I think he was. Or it might have been he was a right creep bastard, and I did me best to avoid him. Still, we was both members of the old order, so either way, we're in this together, eh? She's struggling with her memory, I see. Well, your daggers really came in hand. You've put us to shame with your recent performance in the field. If I am to keep up, I dare say I'll need bigger knives. And better timing. And maybe don't send me alone to deal with Amauja. Even though it was kinda easy. 5 years ago, the three grand companies joined as one and fought the Garlean Empire at Cardinal Flats. And now, for the first time, the people will gather to remember those who fell in the battle. That being said, no one has any clear memory of what transpired that fateful day, not even the leaders of each nation. That is really odd. Speeches? Oh yes, I love them. There's nothing like a good exposition when you're having trouble sleeping. Well, I can get behind that sometimes. When Admiral speaks, even pirates listen, and that's no small thing. She's a born leader, and the kind one would gladly follow to the seventh hell. I kind of agree with that now. The Flame General is a passionate man, and his word never failed to light a fire in the belly of those who listen. I'm sure you'll be no exception. I was an exception. The Elder Sister speaks only truth, and her words have the power to touch the soul. At the sound of her voice, I'll fall silent and attend her. It is a cult, isn't it? Welcome back, Lahee. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see me now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Lahee. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
If you had any doubts of what the relationship were.
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
So Alfino knew what we were doing. Alright. Time to choose. How was the Admiral's speech? Ah, but you need not explain. That you stand before me now is answer enough. You have resolved during the milestone, have you not? Not yet. Just a second. Well, I dare say you have your reasons, but mark me, in storm seas, the strong arm of the stout of heart must pull together or a vessel will founder. And when the ship goes down, the passengers always share the fate with the crew. Remember that. With the power you possess, there will be those who wish you well, and you... Yeah, you said that already. I take that the other Citizen's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the twin other? No, not really. Forgive me. In my eagerness to embrace you as a brother, I mistook your intention. Welcome back, adventurer. I take the General Alban's word kindled a fire within you? No, it didn't. What? You cannot seriously be considering joining another grand company. Why? They are not nearly as grand as ours. Well, to be honest, my negatives still don't. Your negatives still don't change my mind. You actually became even less an option, sir, Flame Officer. Well, how was using your speech? Join the maelstrom? Yes. That's the spirit, lad. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now, the choice is made. It is time to add your name to a rose. Make your way to Maelstrom Command back in Lanza. I'll get some Dalamud red dye. The company you keep, Maelstrom. The Maelstrom recruitment officer seems eager to welcome you to Lim Solomin's grand company. It is on the upper decks, in case you have forgotten. I will send word to our personnel officer to expect you. The duties of the Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearing sure. Sorry. But keep in mind that you are at liberty to transfer between grand companies. Should you ever experience a change of heart, the Order of the Twin Adder would be proud to have you. What is this? You mean to take up with the Maelstrom? But did the awe-inspiring figure of General Rauban not stir you? He can seem a little intimidating, but I'm sure you'd do warm to him given time. Have you ever seen Mary Blarfsven, sir? Rauban has nothing on her. Report to Maelstrom Command to be officially sworn into our ranks. And do not tarry. There is much work to be done, work to which your skills are well suited. Well, let's see how much of a benefit it is to join the Grand Company. Salamensa. So this is the place. I wonder what they have me do. Sir Storm Personnel Officer, report Lahee Eshkree reporting for duty. Whatever that may be. Hey, adventurer, what business have you at my awesome command? My name is Lahee Eshkree. I believe you are expecting me. Lahee Eshkree, I, a recruitment officer, sent word of your coming. It shall be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before you can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir! What is it, Private? And this had better be important. Sir, we've received a report from a lookout in Lower Lanosia, sir. Imperial forces have fired upon a Highwind Skyway airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and it appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it. We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down in the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Eshkree, it is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Lanosia is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Guardians do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of these occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. Very well. Well, what do you know? Things were being way too peaceful. Alright. Please don't go the wrong way. I have very tall legs, but even they cannot run that fast. Officers? Huh. Sir, you're okay? An adventure? What are you doing here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Master Command sent you? How do you know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have an uniform. Well, I barely joined. Well, I didn't join. Well, you can ask this, guys. Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Eshkree. Good work on reaching your friend here before the Imperials. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Scouting parting from custom accidents. I'd say, since they want our ship. Since they want your ship, engineer. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It is the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since a Master Galan... Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring. She really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. What say you, Eshkree? Ready to give those curs a hiding? They won't know what hit them. Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge! An ambush! To arms! Everybody with their weapons and me with my book. I love. That's why I love it about this job. Get ready to be hit by my carbuncle. Oh no, now you know what, it's gonna hit you. I don't care. Take a fire carbuncle to the face. And a fire spell too. Uh-oh. That looks big. Okay, let's take care of the reinforcements. Now the big gun. Where are you going? I'm not done dismantling you. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed within the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for other scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Eshkree, you are free to return to Milestone Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform command of the part you played today. I just want to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if I hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Well, never mind that. Everybody makes mistakes, especially under pressure. Wedge? Thank you. We are very grateful. Okay. Mission completed. Welcome back, Eshkree. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed the return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of after you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction, So, about my induction. The personnel officer is then ready to complete your induction into the ranks. Let us start afresh, shall we? You are welcome here, Lahee Eshkree. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it's only right that I tell you exactly what it is that you will be joining. A grand company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against a nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Guardian Empire, in solving the many problems caused by the Calamity. Every man and woman who serves under your colors has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Mary Bluffswin sees fit to set. As part of this grand vessel's cruise, you'll be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favorable, lad, and strength of arm may be all that is safe to port. If I've lost you with talk of ship and oar, let me put it in another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till his last breath, fights till his last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Eshkree, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering Maelstrom ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say? What skills I have are used? To see Salazar, you have my sword, to see Salazar. I'll follow the numeral to the very bottom of the abyss. Not that much. What skills I have are yours. To see swallows all. Yes, the many and varied skills of the adventurer. I've no doubt that your travels have furnished you with such knowledge as will prove invaluable to our cause. Lahee Eshkree, I hereby assign you to the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. You may serve Limsa well till sea swallows all. Can you hear me, Lahee? This is me, Philia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Eshkree. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your own ones first. Remember, though you are now a man of the storm, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. No rest for the wicked, huh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Hirk. Might be worth your while. You may now accept my little chocobo Maelstrom by speaking with Rashat Hick. The quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for Realm Reborn. Okay. Alright, now I have access to the different companies. You are correct. 2000 seals, okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a grind that I would need to be doing. Yeah, we need to get spare deliveries, and these are for crafters. I can get seals by completing some tasks. I like doing fates, and I believe I can get, yeah, from the leveling roulette as well. I can get some. Very well, I need to complete this one anyway, so let's do it. My little chocobo. Chocobo whistle, a small hand-carved whistle that emits a unique, high-pitched tone discernible only by a chocobo trained from birth to recognize and respond to the sound. Used to summon your personal chocobo. Oh yes, I'll be very happy to do this. Accept. Well, if it isn't Private Eshkree, I must say, the tales of your deeds have been an inspiration to the troops. Our duties take us far and wide, and I wager you've slogged across quite a few miles of countryside and not put your own 2 feet. Oh well, yes, a lot of it. Such as a sterling soldier of the Maelstrom deserves his own steed. Let us see about having one issued for you. All you need to do is obtain a Storm Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to the to Fragin, and she will see you saddled upon one of our trust birds. Okay, so from the quartermaster, I need a chocobo issuance. That is a problem. Storm Chocobo issuance. 200 seals. Okay. Let's acquire them by doing a mission. And yes, this one will be with players. Or I could just go back and deliver this quest. I think this is for PvP. But, wow, okay. A lot of storm seals. Maybe I want to accept this one. Alright, while I wait for this. Ah, Private Eshkree. Just the man I was hoping to see. Your exploits of late have been the talk of Limsa. Don't let us puff your sails too much, but I've heard that the higher-ups are saying that the Maelstrom would be lost at sea without you. Aren't you, exaggerating? Would I suspect you're not the type to rest on your laurels? Nay, the tempest raging in your eyes tells me you're looking for new waters to navigate. Fortunately, we have the best places for people like you. Have you perchance heard of the Wolf's Den? Not really. It's a proving ground of sorts established by the Eorzea Alliance, a place where the most promising Grand Company recruits are sent to hone their skills. The Wolf's Den is to be found just off the shores of Lahee. The ferry to at Morabai Dry Docks in Lower Lahee will grant you passage there. Upon arrival, seek out Storm Captain Berkoya Lateswin. I've let him know that you'll be coming, so you can count on a warm welcome. Ooh, my list number is high. Yeah, if I finish this this quest before I get into a dungeon, I just not do the dungeon. Yep. Where is this Wolf's Den again? So more by Dry Docks. Lower Lahee. Okay. You know what? I'm teleporting. I'm unattuned to that one. Love the attire. Yes, so let's go to the Wolf's Den. You are entering the PvP area, you have soul crystals equipped. Fought against other players. Okay. I have never done any PvP in this game ever. Don't recall seeing your ugly mung around here before. You say that Ricky sent you? She said she was sending any wolf to the dead, but more like the runt of the letter, if you ask me. You better have fangs for the honey, and I guess I'm feeling goddamn generous, so I'll throw you a bone. Start yourself off with the crystalline conflict. Them training bouts are made special for freckless adventuring types who can't tell a sound strategy for horse arse. Still reckoning one down before you run home with your tail between your legs crying for your mom. But you can have a war with Lieutenant Ganges along if you insist on giving it a go. You'll find him outside, assuming you can work up the nerve. And stand up straight, Maga. This ain't no place for a weak spine. Dismissed. Oh, I can do PvP now. I won't. But I can get a chocobo. Yeah, no thanks. It's probably for... I wouldn't be surprised if it was for the wrong person too, because it was too quick after I teleported. Storm Chocobo issuance. Wait. Princess did to the Milestone Company stables to receive your own Chocobo. Yes. And this unlocks the rest of the PvP. Okay. What a bit issue you say? Then you'll need to see your Storm Chocobo issuance. Get issued. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits for the past few battles. He must have sensed his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. A name, huh? Okay, I have not thought of one. Oh, I see. I have an idea. I'll call you Run. But later. It triggered. These copper bell mines. We've been here before. I forgot the key. Copperbell Mines is the only place where the enemies disengage in this weird way. Don't kill the tank. I don't think anyone here has AoE. Let's go, those guys are in a hurry. Have we got all the fire sign? Yeah. Who? Got stoned. There we go. I already have this, okay. I also have this. Where will the tank go first? There. I have everything this dungeon has to offer. Have we got the fire sign on the other side? We did. All right. don't have any instant spell right now. I don't think I'll need them. Okay. Alright. Let's give a commendation to our tank. And a whole grid on everything. Yay, we did it! We even got a new thing. Nice. So run. It was. Wait! Hehe. I dare say he likes his name. It is very unchuckable wisdom. Simply blow on it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo Rider's license, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Yay! Finally. Finally. Alright, let's conclude this one and call it a day. Yay! Tataru, are chocobos allowed in the waking sense? Some people have... I guess not. Very well. Following the calamity, 18 nations armed forces underwent large-scale restructuring centered upon its grand company. In Gridania, the Order of the Twin Order absorbed both the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver, while the Lomicians enacted the complete merger of the Maelstroms and the Knights of the Barracuda. Uda is the old nation odd, having made no notable changes to its armed forces. As before, and in the spirit of the Sultanate, each entity retains a certain degree of independence. Let me see if I have this right. You're an adventurer, who's a scion, and a storm? Golly, how do you keep track of everything? It must be fun pairing up with lots of different people though. Me? I'm always with Papa Limo. Come to think of it, why am I always with Papa Limo? Well, I'll let you ponder that out. The incident with the traitor still weighs heavily on everyone's mind, the Flame General most of all. And although he cannot be expected to know what evil lurks in the hearts of every man under his command, the revelation is nevertheless a devastating blow to his authority. Even so, it warrants saying that you should not let the tragedy color your opinion of the man. In all my years working with the Flame General, I've never had a reason to doubt his capacity to lead. Very well. I can adopt your capacity to lead, but whatever. Hey, aren't you in the light that rode in the boat into Linsalomisa with me? It's you wanted. Ha! Glad to see you found a good home. What am I doing here? Well, I heard tell of one of my brothers came through not long ago. Looks like I just missed him though. I ain't seen either of one of them since the calamity. Didn't even know if they were still alive, but after running to Falkenhusward, they knew me time and again. I reckon they had to be out there somewhere. I've been traveling and peddling in hopes to find me brothers ever since. If you see a fella that looks like me, let him know that Brandon looks for him, would you? Oh, twin brothers? Interesting. We'll continue to focus our efforts on investigating the primals. The Amalja are not the only tribe that has succeeded in summoning its deity. Ooh, that sounds bad. Fate shall be thy guide. When our purposes become one, once again shall our paths lead us here. Our city of learning is now naught but shadows. Ere the light of dawn breaked, shall we follow whither the sand blows. I heard words. We have met somewhere before? You must be quite an accomplished adventurer to be welcomed into this house. Me? No one's ever expected much of me, and so far I've done a fine job of living down to their expectations. What is going on right here? I've been chatting with Perseverance and we both swear there was another member of our crew. We still ain't figured out our way to prove who he was, but just say wait and see. It won't be long before everybody sees us for the heroes we is. Good luck with that. I'm not sure I grasp the purpose of these remembrancing ceremonies. Whether you remember or you write the past, what does it matter? It isn't as though you can repeat it. And present-day enemies ought to serve as sufficient motivation, don't you think? The lessons I believe we should take from the calamity is that far greater threats can and will appear. You do have a point. I hear you pledged yourself to a grand company. Me? I don't think I could do it. I'd never feel like one of them, no matter what the recruiter says. Ooh, and what is this? And I should do it. My armor is good. Become better. There. Whoa, I have a lot of money. These guys have no shit chat. Okay. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Welcome back, Lahee. Let me feel awaits you within. I thought it would be voiced. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with a tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Lahee. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. Someone I know? This way, sirs. Oh, Biggs and Wedge. Hello again. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think you've properly introduced yourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we need the knowledge of the experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count on myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you, wow, and fight for the future of the Helm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness.
Tem mais uma bandeja lá, se você quiser.
Well, later, min filha. See you in a moment. Well, I can get used to this life of adventuring, even if I never find this damn serpent. But now it's time to say goodbye. Alright, I'll be back with more Final Fantasy XIV next Wednesday at 8 PM GMT+3. Next Sunday at 8 PM GMT+3 I'll be playing more Star Trek Elite Force 2. If you've been watching me on Twitch, I have a YouTube channel with all the VODs. If you've been watching me on YouTube, you can check me live on Twitch. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Plane Shifter, and I am phasing out. Bye.